Talking like they like that, they ain't like that. Back here, pistol with them. Wait till I get back and see him out here late night. Wait till I slap a. Alright, yeah. Yeah, wait. Wait till I come back in the market late night. And then it's just you and I slap you up.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison.
For years, T.I. has been warning his son, King Harris, to slow down before he ruins his future. Now that warning might be coming true in the harshest way possible. King is reportedly facing the possibility of a 5-year prison sentence. Ironically, that's the exact outcome T.I. predicted back in 2022 if his son didn't change course.
Shit, man. He gonna learn his lessons. Life gonna, you know what I mean? Life is gonna teach him all the lessons that he need to know.
Looking back, the signs were everywhere. King has been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons.
I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else. You know, he done got all the whoopings. He done got the punishment. He done did it. He done, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it.
Reckless driving, a messy fight at the Waffle House that went viral, and even flashing equipment in music videos. Trouble just seemed to follow him around. Then came October 2024, the night that tied everything together. King pulled his BMW out of a gas station and nearly collided with a police cruiser. From there, the situation unraveled fast. Officers claimed they smelled something fishy, spotted that he was armed, and quickly moved in.
And another thing, I'm a free man. Stop, goddamn, I'm not locked up. I'm straight. I was, but I'm back.
When they ran his name, an old warrant from 2022 popped up, tied to speeding, DUI, and driving with a suspended license. Instead of showing up to court back then, King skipped it, and that decision finally caught up with him 2 years later. The arrest was caught on body cam and later leaked online. In the nearly 30-minute video, officers can be seen removing his defense, cuffing him, patting him down, and placing him in the back of a squad car. What makes the situation even heavier is the timing. Only weeks after his arrest, King welcomed his first child. He shared posts about his newborn, released a song titled Dear Son, and gave the impression that he was ready to embrace responsibility. But instead of settling into fatherhood, he's now preparing to face a courtroom that could take away the next 5 years of his life. From being the son of a hip-hop legend to standing on the edge of a major prison sentence, King Harris's story is spiraling in a way nobody, especially his father, wanted to see.
I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If he goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it.
'Cause I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn out, he added. According to T.I., he's had plenty of conversations with King about his behavior, but the young rapper still has some growing up to do. Police later mentioned that King didn't give them any trouble during the arrest. He followed instructions and stayed composed. But cooperation didn't change the outcome. He was first taken to DeKalb County Jail, then transferred to Pickens after the old warrant was finally addressed. Jail records reveal that King's arrest wasn't completely out of the blue. In fact, there had already been a warrant issued in Pickens County after he failed to appear in court. That case goes back to August 2022, when he was hit with several charges, including speeding, driving with a suspended license, and driving under the influence of D's. Fast forward to September 2024, and an arraignment notice was returned, leading to a bench warrant being issued. After King was picked up in Dunwoody and booked into DeKalb County Jail, he was later transferred to Pickens County. From there, the bench warrant was recalled. That sudden flip is what shocked people the most. One moment, he's posting flashy clips online. The next, he's locked up, with everyone on social media watching his every move. King Harris got into it with one of the employees over something pretty small. His order. He didn't want pickles on his food, and somehow that simple request turned into a shouting match. Things started heating up when King clapped back, telling the worker it wasn't even his restaurant and flexing that he could pay the guy's salary. That definitely didn't help calm the situation. The employee, clearly fed up, shot back and basically told King to come outside and fight. Instead of letting it go, King doubled down. He tossed his food on the floor and challenged the worker to step outside, all while streaming the whole thing on social media. The clip went viral almost instantly. This isn't the first time the Atlanta legend has had to step in and address his son's behavior. Just a few months back in May, T.I. weighed in after a video surfaced on King, getting into a heated argument with the staff at a Waffle House. "Of course I spoke with my son, me and his uncles," T.I. told fans on IG Live. "We were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short-order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who's at another level in life." T.I.'s worries about his son have sadly become a reality. Despite countless talks and warnings, King Harris kept brushing off his father's advice, and now he's in deep legal trouble. What makes this even harder for T.I. is the family dynamic. He has other children, including daughters Deja and Zanique, and sons Major and Messiah, who often get overshadowed whenever King makes the news for all the wrong reasons. It's a painful reality. While T.I. is tied up defending or guiding one son who keeps stumbling, the rest of the kids risk being left in the background. And T.I. wasn't just speaking as a worried parent. He was speaking from experience. As someone who had already walked that path himself, he opened up about King Harris's arrest and admitted that if his son keeps heading down the wrong path, prison could be his future. What makes King's behavior all the more puzzling is the fact that he actually graduated high school with honors this past June. Back in 2022, T.I. made a comment that stuck with people. Time will be his teacher. Fast forward, and it looks like that lesson has arrived, only instead of guidance, it's showing up as the possibility of a 5-year prison stretch. For many people online, King came across as spoiled and out of control. Even T.I. had no way to spin it. He later admitted he was baffled, questioning why his son even wasted energy arguing with a fast food worker in the first place. Of course, T.I. had to step in afterward. As a dad, he admitted he wasn't thrilled with how King acted, but asked people to remember he's still young and bound to make mistakes. He explained that it wasn't about being tough in moments like that, but it was about learning how to carry yourself better. Still, the internet had plenty to say. The video got tons of attention, with people clowning King for how he handled it. And then not long after, King teamed up with Boosie's son, Tootie Raw, for a music video. Instead of focusing on the performance, the set looked more like a G showcase. That's when both fathers had to intervene. The clip of that moment went viral, showing T.I. sitting his son down and warning him not to mix adult behavior with his music career, because it could come back to hurt him later on in life. His message was clear. One reckless move could ruin everything. What made it hit harder was that he wasn't preaching from theory. He'd lived through those same mistakes himself. On one hand, you've got this young man who grew up with every opportunity at his fingertips. Money, fame, and a father who knows firsthand what the streets can do to you. On the other hand, you see him chasing an image that only leads to the same cycle that T.I. has been warning him about from the start. What makes it even harder to watch is knowing that T.I. called this years ago. He said time would be King's teacher, and now we're seeing that lesson unfold in real time. For T.I., it's got to cut deep. This isn't just headlines and gossip blogs. It's his son, his flesh and blood, sitting in a jail cell while the internet watches and comments. And no matter how many times he's told King to slow down, the reality is that some lessons can't be taught. They have to be lived. But here's the thing. If there's one silver lining, it's that T.I. hasn't given up on him. Through every arrest, every viral meltdown, every misstep, he stood by his son, not blindly defending him, but holding him accountable and reminding him that love doesn't disappear when things get messy. That's the kind of fatherhood people are praising, steady, honest, and unconditional. So where does King go from here? That's up to him. He can either let these mistakes define him or use them as the wake-up call his father's been praying for. Because at the end of the day, time really is the only teacher, and the clock is already ticking.